In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to build and insert form elements into your landing pages. This is arguably one of the most important things that you're going to do on Boingnet because it allows you to communicate with your visitors and gather information that leads to further communication. To begin building your form elements, navigate to the left-hand side of the page to the Edit panel. You'll notice it slides out, and there are a number of accordion elements here. We're going to navigate to Web Form Creation. Under this panel, we've got a number of options: text box, text area, checkboxes, radio buttons, drop-down lists, and submit buttons. Each one of these form elements has a different use, and I'll go over each of them individually. But for right now, let's start with text box. Text boxes are great for inputs such as emails, names, addresses, or really any other short text input. To begin building the text box, we're going to insert a label. I'm going to put in first name. Now, something I should note is that with text boxes you have the ability to pre-fill fields, and you can do that simply by choosing a variable data element from this drop-down menu right here. Since we're doing first name, I'm going to scroll down to first name, select it, and I'm going to make this field required. To insert, we've got to make sure that we're editing a portion of the template. I'm going to click into this box right here, revisit the text box accordion, and click Insert. As you can see, we now have a text field here in our template with first name pre-populated in that form element. Next, we're going to try inserting a text area, which is slightly different from a regular text box field, and is usually used for larger text answers that a text box can't accommodate. We're going to navigate back over to the editing panel, and text areas show up right underneath text boxes. As you can see, there's only one real option here, which is the label. I'm going to insert in message. Make sure that we are located in the area that we want to edit. Head back over to the editing panel and click Insert. And our text area shows up right underneath the first name field. That's how easy it is to insert a text area. And to expand it, you can simply drag and drop to make it appear a little bit larger than it previously was. Next, we're going to insert checkboxes. Now, checkboxes are for one or more options that are not mutually exclusive. Since we're using Watson's Candy as an example here, I'll simply insert a couple of options here for types of candy that a user may be interested in. So, as the first one, I'm going to insert truffles. Make sure we're in the template. Click Insert. And then continue with some other options. Chocolate popcorn and peppermint bark. And inserting checkboxes is as easy as that. Now, there are circumstances in which you'll want to collect information that is mutually exclusive, and that's where radio buttons and drop-down select menus come into play. If you navigate back over to the Edit panel, you'll notice right underneath checkboxes you have the option to insert radio buttons. Now, we're going to collect the gender of our visitor, so I'm going to enter gender here under the group name, and then insert both male and female under the options. To insert the radio buttons, make sure you're in the template. Go back to the Edit panel and click Insert. You'll notice they show up right underneath our options for what type of candy the visitor is interested in. Now, for the sake of demonstrating, I'm going to insert male and female again, except this time I'm going to use a select menu, otherwise known as a drop-down list. So once again, I'm going to enter gender in as the label, and then male and female. Navigate into the template, make sure I'm located where I want to insert my drop-down list, and click Insert. As you can see, we've got gender and then the ability to choose either male or female. And with that, we're pretty much finished creating our form. The last thing we need to do is insert a submit button. We can do that by navigating over to the left again, expanding submit button, filling out the required form fields here. So label, we're just going to leave as submit. And we're not really going to specify any button colors, but to do that you can simply click on it, drag and drop, and choose whatever color suits your branding best. Once you've done that, navigate into the template and click Insert. You'll notice your button shows up right there down at the bottom, and you've got a completed form within your template. The last thing you'll want to do is make sure that your page is saved off as a form page. So we're going to go up here, select Form under our template information, and save our page. I always like to take some time and double check that our form actually saved. You can do that by revisiting the page that you were just editing. Ours is Watson's blank. Click Edit, and your form should appear right in the template as you just created it. And that's how you create and insert a form element within Boingnet.